right of Milton, and the true freshman Corum motions out. They get the ball to the electric young guy from Baltimore in his first play of his college career.
All right, first play from scrimmage here. It's to Blake Corum on a little flare screen out to the right side, and this is correctly called speed and space here. Get the freshman your dynamic player in space. So Michigan offensive line, they're just down blocking to the left here, and that's to sell this play action here to Charbonnet to the left side. And really that's just to get everyone to move this way off the snap. These guys don't really matter, but get everyone moving in this direction, right? Then they're going to flare out Blake Corum to the right side here, and then you're going to have two blocks here. This is the play design. And really what this does, and I'll fast forward here real quick. Really what this does, eliminates most of the defense. This brings it down to 3 defenders for Minnesota. So at the point of the throw here, right after the play action, there's only 3 defenders here that really matter. You have this linebacker who's free and coming up to Blake Corum here, and then you have these 2 defensive backs, which are one-on-one blocks for Sainristil and Bell. And that's it. Everyone else is irrelevant. Everyone else is out of this play, and they're not going to have an impact at all. So this is really what speed and space is designed to do. You have more than half the field, and all Blake Corum has to do is make this one guy miss. And he does a little stutter step here, and that guy's gone. And then boom, you just have 2 blocks on 2 guys. That's a winning numbers play for the offense here. Really good job from both Sainristil and Bell. You can see they both locked their guys up. St. Just there at the bottom of your screen, getting blocked by Sainristil, and good job by Bell turning his butt towards the sideline here, pushing 23 there, and that creates this little lane that you see Corum going to. So really good play design. Good job getting your freshman, Blake Corum, in space here, and the blocking does the rest. And again, simple concept. Have your running back against a linebacker, make one man miss, and boom, you got a numbers advantage, and he picks up 20-something yards on this play. So really well done from the offense off the get-go here.
About as good as it gets for Minnesota.
Second possession, Charbonnet in the clear. It's a foot race. Can they catch him? They cannot, and the Wolverines answer.
Nice power run here. Michigan really gets Charbonnet a clean hole to run through here. You had Ben Mason in motion. And let's first take a look at the backside. So you're going to have both Hayes, oops, wrong color there. You're going to have both Hayes and Vastardis on the backside with one-on-one blocks. Their goal is just to not let these guys bleed into the backfield. Charbonnet's going this way, so it's an easy assignment. They both do really well. You can see nothing's getting there. They got those guys one-on-one really well. Next assignment, let's look at the front side here. So you're going to have both Stuber and Mayfield in on a double team on this defensive tackle. Mayfield will release to this second level for this linebacker, who will be flying up into Mayfield's lap, and he handles that really well. And then you're going to have Ben Mason on the front side here. He's tasked with getting this defensive end, who's going to be coming down the line here. Key here is for Ben Mason to set the left side of this hole. So get his butt around, push this guy down the line if he can, if possible, eliminate this guy from the play. That's going to set this left side of this hole. So let's look at this double team as well as Ben Mason. Double team gets really good movement. Stuber wins this with ease, and the linebacker is just right in Mayfield's lap. And then looking at Ben Mason, he does a good job. The defensive end has way too much motion going inside, and Mason makes him pay, getting good motion there. Looking at the pull from Chuck Filiaga. So he's going to be following this double team from Mayfield and Stuber, and he's coming through and picking up this safety. The safety is no match for a big guy in space like Filiaga. He handles him really easily there, sets the right side of that hole, and that's just easy doing. Last thing I'll note here, Roman Wilson on the outside. He does a good job circling around, getting his butt to the inside here, not letting this defensive back come inside here. You know, this defensive back responsible for the outside, but with this hole, Charbonnet just has an easy 70-yard scamper for a touchdown. Really good job to get the offense going early. Plus points for Mason, plus points for Filiaga. Roman Wilson, good job as well, true freshman.
Premier wideout, or is it just a nice committee of them? Milton on third down delivers a strike.
Nice pass across the middle here to Roman Wilson. Let's first look at the pass rush. Nothing too crazy, just 3 guys coming upfield, and you're going to have the tackles engaged, 2 guards here that don't have anything to do. I think Vastardis gets pushed back a little more than I would like here. By the time that Milton's throwing the ball, he does have a guy kind of pushing the center there. So I'd like to see Filiaga helping a little bit there, since your tackles are a little bit in better shape here, and the only spot he can help would be center. So That's okay, though. He gets a pass off cleanly, but Minnesota's dropping in cover 2. And the read here all the way is this 10-yard slant from Roman Wilson. I'll look at the routes a little bit, but you can see his first read is really at this triangle of defenders here. So you got these 3 folks right here, and that's where Milton's eyes are looking. He's looking for this route all the way and seeing if this will come open. It's mainly the safety. How does he react to this guy, Roman Wilson, coming up here? So that's where the eyes are going for Milton. He delivers a really nice ball. It eliminates the second safety as well. I agree with the slight lower throw there, so Roman Wilson doesn't get lit up there. A nice safe pass. Looking at the routes here real quick. So 2 kind of sit routes for Giles Jackson and Sainristil. So they just go kind of like 5-ish yards and then just kind of sit here. Similar route here for Sainristil. And then, like I said, 10 yards. And then you're going to have a slant here for Roman Wilson. Good route overall. Roman Wilson, not asked to do a whole lot, but does a good job going down, securing the catch, and easy first down.
Milton still got the ball, throws it in the flat. Mason diving toward the puck.
Nice touchdown for Mason here on kind of this split zone arc read sort of action. It's really clever from Michigan here. So everyone's going to be blocking down this way. You obviously have the fake here to Charbonnet to the left side. You're going to slip out Ben Mason into the flats here. You're sending Roman Wilson on kind of a slant route here. You'll just have Eric All heading towards the end zone. And the main guy to take advantage of is this guy. And I don't know if this is an actual read. I don't think it is. I think this is a called pass to Ben Mason, but this is the guy in conflict, right? So he's supposed to be headed down the line of scrimmage here. You can see Milton's eyes are right on him. Where's this guy going, right? The fake is here. This guy's going to crowd around here. You can see the eyes for Milton. Where's he going? Naturally, his motion will take him this way as, any cutback lanes, anything like that. He's going to realize way too late that you have a Ben Mason crossing your face. And at that point, you're lost. You got a Ben Mason with a head full of steam, and that's a clear throwing lane for Milton. So it's clever. It gets everyone out of the way. Thing that could blow this up is 55 here. So you have this linebacker. He could either come up, he could recognize Ben Mason here. For whatever reason, he decides to take off. I think it's because he realizes it's a pass, so he's getting into his zone here. But obviously there's no one out there, so this is a clear win with this defensive end nowhere in position to combat this pass. You have Ben Mason there. This defensive back has to account for Eric All. So again, this is just getting your guys in space, cause the misdirection, eliminate half the defense, right? There's only 2 guys to make the play. You have Milton and Eric All and Ben Mason here, all to make a play. That's 3 against 2. Ben Mason makes a nice catch on what's kind of a fast throw here, but well-placed ball right on the face mask there. Ben Mason turns up and shows off that athleticism to get a touchdown.
Create much as a runner yet. Play action, looking to take a downfield shot, and it's a high pass.
Nice pass here from Milton to Sainristil in play action. It's an interesting concept here for Michigan. They're obviously doing play action to Charbonnet here. He's going to fill in as pass protector over on this side. You're pulling as a part of this play action from Filiaga. On the left side, he's actually going to pick up the edgemost rusher here. And then the rest are just in regular pass blocking here. You got All as well to help. So looking at the pass protection for this, it's interesting what you have Minnesota bringing. You're actually going to have both these linebackers kind of fake blitzing. I think they're reacting to the run, but both these guys are going to be filling in, coming off the edges here. Eric Hall does a good job on one of them, and then I believe it's Charbonnet who's going to pick up the other. I might get that wrong. Yeah, it's actually right tackle there. You got Mayfield ready to pick that up. So good job from the offensive line to pick it up. It's the only Dorf you could possibly see here is if Astartes passes off this defensive tackle. I think he's recognizing the numbers of this guy potentially coming, so he's shifting down. So he actually helps here, I think, to try to pick up this guy. If he's coming on a blitz, you can see his eyes. So he's passing this guy off to the right guard here and chips in on number 3. So a little bit miscommunication, but he saw that blitz coming and just wanted to make sure he had the numbers, so maybe miscounted. But overall, you get the pass out in time. Let's look at the route real quick. So you're going to have Sainristil running kind of an inside release out route just past the marker here. And then you have Ronnie Bell on the backside doing sort of a similar route, just an in route, I guess you would call that. So Again, throws a little high. It's got plenty of zip on it, but really good catch from Sanderstill on the sideline, getting one toe down. Plenty of room there. Good hands. So really good job overall. Pass protection was fine. It did its job.
There's a willing runner, in the words of Jim Harbaugh. Play action fake. They pick up the pressure. Milton takes a downfield shot and is way over the head.
So Joe Milton way overthrows Ramon Wilson. You might be asking, why am I including this? Main reason, Blake Corum. So similar sort of action where you have Filiaga pulling to the right side here, and you're going to have Blake Corum coming up and meeting this linebacker in the hole. And this is just really good, and this is why Blake Corum is getting so much time early on, is because of his pass blitz pickup. So look at here, he's doing a fake, but he recognizes that blitz right away, and he comes up, meets that guy right in the hole, and more importantly, sticks with him. That he's pushing him upfield. There's plenty of room still for Milton. And that's just a great job from a true freshman, not only recognizing the block, he actually leaves some room here, recognizing that Filiaga is coming on the pole as well. So if he tries to go meet him in the hole right away, he's going to interfere with Filiaga. So he does a good job waiting, loading up, and then sticking with the block. So I include this strictly for Blake Corum. The rest of the offensive line does a pretty good job. You could argue all could have done a little better here instead of helping here. He should have been ready for this outside number 8. So he could have done a little bit better. He does correct and push him like 9 yards deep. So that's okay. He doesn't get any hit on Milton. And then right tackle could have done a little bit better. Filiaga on this pull here needs to keep better leverage. This guy could potentially get to Milton here if he didn't throw it at this time. So overall, it's a good pocket, but just want to include this play for Blake Corum just because he did an excellent job as a true freshman in pass protection. You don't see that a whole lot. You got Charbonnet, you got Corum now. These true freshmen and early guys are really showing out at the running back position when it comes to pass protection. So good job.
In the arsenal, not just the fastball now. You flip it in the flat. A.J. Henning is a true freshman with speed.
Nice little play action screen bubble pass here to A.J. Henning, true freshman, and up front the fake is just to Corum here, so he's going to do a little play action here. You're going to have double team right here between Stuber and Vistardis. Filiaga's one-on-one, Hayes one-on-one. Mayfield is going to go up and crunch this linebacker flowing this way. And this will set something up later on, I'm sure, but the only guy here that isn't accounted for is technically this guy. If this linebacker plays this better, he would be there, but Mayfield takes him out. So the read, obviously this isn't a read, but the read would be this edge defender. Again, you can see the eyes there. It's not a true read since it's designed to be a screen pass, but that would be a future wrinkle that Michigan could add here. So overall, everyone does fine. Plenty of time for Milton to get it out. Good job from Milton here. If you notice, he kind of hops, shifts his weight, gets his foot, his left foot that he's stepping into. Just really good mechanics here for a quick release. And then he darts it out there. And the thing I want to pay attention to first here is ball placement. The ball placement here is really, really important. Right there, right on the money. If that's lower, that's a tough catch. If it's behind Henning, this isn't a big pickup. So right on the face mask there, that allows Henning to tuck and run right away. He's he's going to his right already. He doesn't have to slow down for the catch. It's a nice fast throw, but it's a catchable ball. Next thing to look at, 2 blocks on the outside that really spring this. You have Ronnie Bell with the best block on this play. He's going to go low right into the hips here of St. Juice, take him out completely, get him out of this play. Kind of Eric All with a bit of a longer block here. He's going to set the edge, and this is where the staff loves Eric All. He gives plenty of time for Henning on the outside. Here comes the block from Bell. Boom, you're out of it. And that's it, man. That's all you need. It gets a bonus of taking out 23 here as well. So you have 3 guys right here. Henning is a 10.7, 10.8 guy in the 100-meter dash. He shows that off, picks up an extra 8 yards with that speed. Really well blocked, good timing, good throw. That's exactly how it's drawn up.
Stop the Wolverines here. And Milton breaks through. Darts down the sidelines. It'll be dry.
Man, is that fun to see. So first thing I want to look at is Haskins in motion here, this kind of sweep motion here. This does 2 things. It takes out this linebacker completely. It also gets the safety who's behind the ref, good timing ref. It gets him to go this way a little bit before redirecting here to where the actual play is going. So that one motion causes two players, one completely out of the play, the other one drastically out of position now, right? This guy has to catch up. He's already out of position. He has to fly this way. So that's what the motion already does. Three guys backside don't really have a tough job here. You got Hayes, Filiaga, Stuber. These guys aren't going to be a factor here, but they all do well. Let's look at the front side here. They actually bring in Joel Honigford, who hasn't seen a whole lot of time in. He's kind of a jumbo tight end they have on this play, where he's going to take this guy one-on-one. Going to have Eric All chipping this guy before getting to the second level on this linebacker flowing to the play. And then they both do pretty well. Honigford could do a little bit better sticking on his guy. He lets him get to the outside. He needs to fire out into his chest a little bit more. He's leaking out there. But next, let's look at the pullers. Mayfield on a pull, that's a scary sight. So Mayfield in the right tackle position, he's going to take out this first guy, kick him out of here, get him out. Then you're going to have the center, Vistardis, pulling right behind him. He's the lead blocker through the hole. Milton is looking to wait, follow his block. What you're going to see, Eric All does a really good job there. You have Mayfield doing a good job keeping his inside shoulder free. He's getting good motion there. And Vistardis with the block of the play here takes this linebacker out, this defensive end flowing to the play, takes him out, takes out the guy Honigford was blocking with his butt as well. So that's a 2-for-1. Again, Mayfield's doing really well to set the right side of that hole. Plus block from Eric All setting up number 45 there, that linebacker, sticking him really well. And the rest is all Milton. So good job, Vistardis, especially good pull from Mayfield to set the right side of that edge. And the rest is Milton putting on some wheels there. The safety barely gets the right angle there, so Milton showing off some wheels.
That end zone.
Running back Haskins in direct snap formation. He's got it, and he scores.
I think this is inside zone out of the Wildcat here for Haskins. Anyway, let's look at the left side here. You're going to have Honigford and Hayes on a double team here before Honigford falls off for this linebacker. He does well. One-on-one block here for Filiaga. So this left side does pretty well with their assignments there. You can see all three guys on the left side there on their blocks now, doing well, holding up the backside of this play. Interesting little stunt at the middle of this play here. You can see that this guy is going to come down this way, occupy the center of Vistardis, while this guy loops around here. So this works pretty well, actually. You're going to see that Haskins definitely has to redirect here from that stunt. Vistardis does the best job he can to pass him off and then get to 55, and it actually works out to take out both those players with the cut from Haskins. So given that Haskins sees this gap, he has to redirect here. Vistardis gets off at the perfect time here to redirect for this block so that this guy gets too far upfield for the time that Haskins makes the cut. The guy that was originally occupied by Vistardis is also kind of hung up and doesn't know where the play is going at this point. Then you have Stuber fall off the double and actually pick up this linebacker filling the gap here, safety, I guess. So that's three guys for two blocks. It just happens to work that way with the way the stunt went. And good job by Vistardis to at least recognize the stunt early. And it works out for what Michigan went for there. Looking at the front side, so you have Mayfield one-on-one. You can see he's doing just fine. He gets his guy turned. No issues here. Ben Mason is going to pick up this guy on the edge. Again, he mauls people. You're going to have Seltzer, who's kind of, I think, a walk-on tight end. At least I've never heard of the guy. And Schoonmaker on a 2-on-1 here. They're going to have Seltzer get to this defensive back as well. So everyone does a good job on the play side. Mayfield, again, pushing his guy, getting movement. That double team from Schoonmaker, Seltzer gets some movement, and Seltzer does a good job. Or that's Schoonmaker breaking off there. Sorry, on the double team on 27. That creates the left side of that hole. Ben Mason. So good job from Schoonmaker, especially on the front side, doing the 2-on-1, getting to that safety on 27.
Michigan barrels.
Easy touchdown here for Michigan. It's actually power blocking. So let's look at the backside here first. You're going to have Hayes and Vistardis, both on these guys, one-on-one. You're actually going to get really good movement, especially from Vistardis here, and that's going to be really important later in this play, but good job engaging, getting a lot of movement. You can see that's kind of the butt that Haskins goes off of at the end of it, but good job backside. Let's look at the front side here. So this 2-on-1 from Mayfield and Stuber is actually where the issue rises in this. So you're going to have Stuber releasing towards this linebacker. You're going to have Mayfield going with him, and his job is to pick up this linebacker flowing to the play, right? Fill this gap here, and then you're going to have the Ben Mason working off of the butt of Mayfield through this hole. What you'll see is that Mayfield doesn't make contact until it's a little bit too late. He lets that linebacker come across his face, and that fills that hole. You can see where Ben Mason is trying to go on this power. He's supposed to be the lead back here to go through that, and that's where Haskins is supposed to read off of. But since that linebacker gets across Mayfield's face, he doesn't really get there. Good job from Stuber to make really good contact, great movement, and he pushes his guy towards the goal line. That gives a lot of room for Haskins. And then you're going to have on the pole, you're going to have Filiaga getting this guy, edgemost defender. He does a good job forming kind of the right side of what would be this hole that would form here, right? If Mayfield is upfield a little bit more here. Then have Eric All getting this guy and then getting the defensive back afterwards. In an ideal world, you have this pull, eliminating this. You have Mayfield upfield a little bit more here, creating this. You're going to have Ben Mason taking out this guy who's going to be flowing over here as well after the initial chip from Eric All. That didn't work out. You can see that because Stuber and Vistardis got as much movement as they did, that creates this kind of big gap here, right here. And that makes it a tough job for the safety to hit Haskins head on. There's plenty of space for Haskins to find an alley to dive through, and he does so. So even though this play was kind of blown up, it's 2 wins from Stuber and Vistardis to actually make this a good touchdown. And good job from Haskins recognizing that the design play isn't there, and he found his own route to the end zone.
It's Chris Evans back in the game. Milton fakes it to him and just flips it short. They give him a chance to redeem himself, all off and running, and spins down.
Nice little play action to Chris Evans here, and then a little flip out to Eric All. So it's interesting little concept for Michigan. They're going to send Evans across this way on little play action here. You're going to send Eric All across the formation. You're also going to have Vistardis after the snap kind of pull and seal this edge. And this play is just about making sure the second level just holds up just a bit before releasing out this way. Give enough time for Eric All to get out there. And this is exactly how you use Eric All. Get him in motion, get him running. He's faster than most in H-back, like tight end types. So they really take advantage of his athleticism here. Good little flip. You can see the play action does well to keep the defensive line in check, and these linebackers are doomed. 55. He's nowhere near where he needs to be at the point that Eric All is running here, as well as the safety. He just doesn't stand a chance here with the amount of momentum that you have for Eric All. So nice little flip here from Milton, well timed, and a good ball, maybe a little behind Eric All, but that's nothing too bad. And then the rest is just all Eric All. He's really fast, really athletic for his size. Reminds me a little bit of Gentry, but a little bit more athletic, I would say. So good play design, really gets Minnesota questioning themselves. And it's, again, just about getting a really good athlete like All in space, and that kind of motion across with the play action that's going to win more often than not.
And he said, yeah, we have, come to think of it. It's Milton with the keeper, patiently following his...
So nice to have a quarterback that's this patient, this durable in the running game. So pin and pull action, backside, you're just going to have Hayes, Filiaga, just taking these 2 guys. And then on the front side here, you're going to have Stuber blocking this guy. He actually loses it a little bit late just because of how this guy rushes upfield. Schoonmaker could have done a little bit better job with this block, so this guy actually gets around to the play late. But overall, these 3 guys all do fine. You see nothing coming through backside. They do fine. They hold up their guys plenty enough. Same with Stuber. He gets a good enough block on his guy initially. So moving forward here, looking at the front side, again, you're going to have Schoonmaker with the main block here. His job is just to get this guy inside. Just don't let him get upfield here and just eliminate him. Leave some room for your pullers, and that's exactly what he does. He can do a little bit better to leave some room for Vistardis. Vistardis does have to kind of balloon around. You can see the motion of his pull is a little bit more like this rather than straight down the line that you'd like to see, so he has to bubble it out a little bit, but not the end of the world. Main thing here is Schoonmaker does not allow his guy in the play at all, so that's a good job from Schoonmaker. Looking at the front side, Eric All does a really good job on this one. Plenty of movement here, and he actually pushes him into the end zone and occupies this other guy as well, so that's a really good job. He does Mayfield's job for him, essentially. So great movement from Eric All, getting him out there. And then Vistardis is the block here that Milton is reading off of. Center here, he's going to be pulling out here, and he's looking for the first guy that he sees. It's actually going to be, I believe it's this guy coming all the way across. And Milton does a nice job patiently waiting for where this block occurs and then cut off of that into the end zone. So good job from Vistardis. I was wrong. It's not that backside guy. What am I thinking? It's this guy. This guy's flown to the play. So good job from Vistardis recognizing hit. Milton's patient, reads that block, reads the outside. He makes the right call that he can dive into the end zone here and get in for 6. So good job from Eric All, especially good block from Vistardis. Schoonmaker does his job. Everyone does their job. Milton, patient run. Get 6, buddy.
Drive for the Gophers, but Michigan's defense makes a stand on 4th down, and now breaking free is Haskins. Haskins being chased down, but he busts a long run, and he'll finally be grabbed by the jersey at the 30-yard line by
That tackle just makes me hurt. He was in the splits, then gets hit from behind. I think this is split zone action. Someone correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's interesting because you're going to have Ben Mason coming across the formation here and sealing the edge, and then you're going to have Haskins coming this side. Looking at the blocks, you have 1-on-1 block here from Mayfield. He does well, or I'm sorry, that's Hayes. You're going to have a 2-on-1 block here between the center, Vistardis, and left guard, Filiaga. Center, Vistardis, did I say guard? Anyway, and then you're going to have the 2-on-1 break off for Filiaga picking up this linebacker. So let's look at that kind of front side, I guess you could say. The main issue here, no hole is really formed, and you're going to have this linebacker type filling this gap here, and that's where Haskins is going. So Haskins kind of runs into a wall here. Let's look at what happens to be the play side, or the backside, I guess. Good double team here from Mayfield and Stuber right here. They're going to double team 32, get good movement here. And then you're going to have Ben Mason wrapping around and just sealing the edge here. Nothing's going to get through after Ben Mason gets to it. So he does a good job pushing the edge here. Number 34 is coming down the line of scrimmage here. We saw this earlier as well. This guy coming down the line. Ben Mason just loops around, seals it. And after Haskins recognizes, okay, nothing's here, I have a guy filling the gap here, then and only then does Haskins come across here and actually fools a safety who's trying to come down as well. So nothing going, and there goes Haskins. Good block on the outside here. I can't really tell who this is. I think this is Eric All again. Yeah, at the bottom of your screen there. That's Eric All blocking number 16, and that helps spring this cutback as well. So it works out. I'm not sure exactly what the play design was, but good job from Haskins. Good stiff arm, and he picks up about 60-some yards there.
Start of the 4th quarter. Chris Evans is in motion. Milton fires over the middle, and the catch is made.
Nice pitch and catch here to Roman Wilson. I include this play just because there's so much fun things you can do out of it. So obviously it's play action across here. You're running like it's pin and pull here around the edge with these 2 pulls. Pin here action from Schoonmaker. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Then you have a little flare action here from Chris Evans. Then you have just a simple slant here. I'm not sure what happens on the outside, but that's the action here. Just 2 slants on the outside. Excuse me there. So why I say it's so fun is because with the motion from Chris Evans out of the backfield here, that leaves the necessity for this guy to come flying up, right? He needs to account for this flare. This guy needs to vacate that. Then you have this really soft coverage on what's a perfect slant right in front of his face. The only true option guy here is then, does this guy fall back? Does he fall back into this slant? That would eliminate it. But then you have numbers, right? Look at if that guy's gone, then you have 2 pullers coming to the outside here, picking up this linebacker since this guy's gone. And then you just have one linebacker, Charbonnet, against this safety. And you've at least got a first down behind these blocks, and then this guy has to decide, well, which gap am I going in? There's just so many options you can do out of this play. So I really want to look at Milton's eyes. He's at least looking in the right spot for those reads. I don't know if they're actual reads, but you can see, number 1, he's looking at this linebacker. This linebacker is coming up. He's moving up. That's going to vacate this slant, right? Then he's going to check to make sure, okay, that guy that was originally over Roman Wilson, where's he going? So read 1, linebacker, he's coming up. Read 2, now he's looking at this guy. Where is this guy's momentum taking him? He's appropriately coming up to Chris Evans. Okay, that means I have Roman Wilson who's going to be cutting in front of this guy with this soft coverage. That's a win you take all day. Milton puts it on the numbers. Good catch from Roman Wilson. and just a tackle away from a touchdown, but really nice pickup.
And Evans has it. Can he get there? Spins and dives.
Welcome back, Chris Evans. Touchdown on a power run here. Let's look at the backside real quick. You're going to have Hayes. Easy block here. You're going to have Astardis, again, another block here. You're going to have an initial 2-on-1 from Mayfield, but let's just look at Stuber as well as a part of this. So backside of this play, no issues whatsoever. Stuber getting in there. He actually falls down a little bit based on the constriction of the defensive line, but no issues on the backside. No one here is getting through. Everyone does a good job. You can see there's a good amount of space here for Chris Evans. So looking at the front side, what happened here, right? Because there's seemingly some chaos. So the play design is to have this double team that I pointed out between Stuber and Mayfield. Mayfield drop out, pick up one of these linebackers, right? He doesn't actually get there. This linebacker kind of leaks over, as well as you have this guy feeling really hard right here as well. And this guy's also going to constrict down really hard down the line of scrimmage. So by the time you have Chuck Filiaga coming across on his pole, he's not expecting this guy to be all the way down the line there. He's expecting to block to the inside, looking to block here and kick this guy out for Ben Mason to come through here and pick up this guy, because ideally on the 2-on-1, you'd have Mayfield picking up this guy. So if you have this kick out here, that would form the right side of this hole. You have Mayfield picking up this backside linebacker that fills this, and that gives an actual lane for Ben Mason to pick up this guy. Doesn't happen that way. The defensive end crashes really hard, so you have Filiaga trying to actually pin now. Good job from Ben Mason to at least recognize that, go off of his butt and pick up this guy regardless. The only other block to look at here is Eric All, who actually whiffs pretty hard. He's been pretty good on this game, but this is just a clear minus on the day. He has this guy one-on-one. That guy just dekes him and gives Chris Evans a little bit more interesting of a run here. So good job by Ben Mason on that block. He holds him up just enough. Chris Evans has to fight through here. And again, who am I pointing out all the time? Roman Wilson. He runs a little fake fade, but then turns around, gets a block, squiggly line, whatever. Gives some more space for Evans. Good job from Evans to fight through the contact for his first score of the season.
Sideline, and we'll shake up the Maize and Blue Nation. We'll get to Maria momentarily for that. The completion to Bell on the edge, who breaks free. Ronnie Bell still running, lowers the shoulder.
Ronnie Bell on a bubble screen here. Love this play for Michigan. Get your guys out in space, right? And they're finally doing it, and Michigan is just executing extremely well on these plays. You can tell they repped it a lot. So all the run action inside here is just to completely eliminate all of these guys. Focus on Ronnie Bell in space, get him the ball on this little bubble screen, one-on-one block on the outside, and then all you have is this guy. Beat this guy, and you got 20-yard gain. And Ronnie Bell does that. So let's look at the outside here. Again, nice ball placement. Where's the ball? It's on a rope here, right at the numbers. It makes Ronnie Bell able to catch without worrying about, too low or turning around. He can keep his momentum towards the outside. He can catch and run. That's just a nice ball from Milton. Efficient. Not a tough throw, but accuracy is everything on that, as well as velocity, and he does both. So let's next look at Sainristil on the outside. He doesn't get a good initial contact, right? He's on the outside shoulder, this guy. He does affect him, so that gives a little bit of a lane, but he's trying to stay engaged with him. But right now, there's a critical point where he realizes, now I'm pushing him in the back. I can't keep pushing here. So then he takes his hands away and just uses his body. I'm just here. He's not blocking. He's setting a pick. That's essentially a pick. He's not pushing him with his hands. I need to go to the rule book and see if that's actually legal, but he's just using his body. There's nothing against using just your body and just being there. So he's not actually throwing a block. He was initially, but that's a really good job throwing his hands up saying, hey, I'm not doing anything here. I'm just here. And also this guy happens to be here. So that creates enough of a lane for Ronnie Bell. And then it's all just the Ronnie Bell show. I swear, I'm going to pull up a high school clip of his in the full film, so check it out on YouTube. But he made that exact move on his film, I'm pretty sure. I'll bring that up. But excellent move on the outside here from Ronnie Bell. Makes 23 miss, extra 15 yards there on the play. Really good pickup from Ronnie Bell overall.
We're all so much disbelief. We waited till the fourth quarter to report it. On the slant, Bell breaks free. Can he get there? No!
The turf monster strikes. It looks like a little split zone action for Michigan. Again, I need to brush up on my rush concepts. But you're going to Ben Mason headed this way. Blake Corum running this way. Blocking up front, again, is just to engage the offensive line here. I'm not going to go into the blocking just because I think it's just a play action that happened to look like RPO that can be RPO later. But the main guy in conflict here is this linebacker. Let's watch Milton's eyes here. Boom, right there. He's reading that linebacker. What's he doing? Where's he going? And that's going to determine whether he throws or gives here. You have... Actually, I don't even know what this run concept is, honestly. You got 3 guys in motion here. I'm not 4 guys in motion. Outside zone, I don't know. Someone in the comments, let me know. But anyway, the guy in conflict comes up, right? This 55, I think that's his number. He's coming up towards the line of scrimmage here, so that's going to vacate the area that you see is going to be thrown at for Ronnie Bell here on the route. So it's a good read to... If it is a read, he sees that this is going to be open. Again, the safety is only now recognizing that this is where the ball is coming right in front of his face. Well thrown ball over the linebacker there. Linebacker can't get his arms up in time, just passed. And Ronnie Bell makes a nice catch, back shoulder there. So throw could have been a little bit ahead of him, but a good catch. And then Ronnie Bell does the rest, makes a guy miss, stays upright. If he can just keep his feet, but nope, turf monster. But good throw, good call.